Hey guys, it's Kyle from Spirit Effects, and we are here for another Tip Tuesday. Today's Tip Tuesday is going to be about focusing on ourselves and our own gym. With it being national season, tensions typically get high. I constantly see on social media message boards about people complaining about other people's routines and what other people did and having all these questions about other people. And I really want to shed some light on what can happen if you really focus on what you're doing inside your gym walls to make you a better coach, better owner, whoever you are watching, but overall better. And this comes with a personal story. And really, this personal story, I think, is really what changed my coaching career. And aside from that, really made me implement what I learned from that coaching lesson into my real world as well. What I want to share with you guys is that we oftentimes, scoring's a big topic for debate these days, and rightfully so. But I think at the end of the day, despite what we agree and disagree on with scoring, I think at the end of the day, one thing that holds true is that there's going to be times that we're overscored. There's going to be times that they get it right, and there's going to be times that we are underscored. And we have to take those gracious extra high points that we get. I mean, I think we've all went and picked up a score sheet one time or two, and you look at it and you're like, oh, holy cow. Whether they missed a deduction or they put you in a range you shouldn't belong in, or if you just got scored really high that competition. We've all had that really excited face looking at a score sheet or looking at a deduction sheet and been really surprisingly happy. I also know that we've looked at it, right? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I agree with everything. And I know there's times we look at it and we're like, what were they watching? Like, how do we get this? We've been this all season. How are we this low now? And, we've all been to, I think, all three of those stations of right, wrong, and near where we agree correct. I think fact of the matter is, though, a lot of those being underscored, I see that we compare ourselves to other people, whether it's our crosstown rival or someone else in our division. And I think if we really just start focusing on what we are doing, even if we disagree with the low score, those comments should be there about what they're, taking off from the drivers. Let's be really focused on those and make sure that they can't take those next time. And the personal story I want to share, which again goes along the lines of staying focused on yourself. I don't know how old I was. It was back in 2011. I know that. So, a while ago. But one thing that really changed my coaching career was I realized that I was so focused on what our crosstown competitor was doing, I wasn't giving 100% to my own team. And I realized that when we were at a competition, they beat us, and I disagreed with that being the final standings. But what can you do? To answer that question, you can change your mentality. And so after that competition, I really started focusing on my team. That's it. When people would come up to me and be like, oh, did you hear what ABC All-Stars is doing down the street? Like, don't care. Who is that? Like, I'm focused on us right now. When that happened, the whole team mentality changed. They saw that I didn't care about that team down the street, so they didn't either. And they're like, bye, moving on. Let's focus on us. That year was the first year as a coach I ever got a full paid bid to Worlds. That year was the first year I had ever made it into finals as a coach. And all of that started from being focused on what I was doing. I quit caring what was going on down the street, and I focused on what I was doing. In my role now as a choreographer and the owner of a choreography company, we find ourselves constantly being the hairdressers, if you will, of the community. And that's where coaches, owners get really close with us. We become, we get to gossip, we get to chat, and we get to know what's going on down the street too. And, more oftentimes than not, when I leave a gym, I can tell what their success rate is going to be due to how focused and how much they knew about what was going on down the street. Is it important to know what your competition is doing? Absolutely, it can be. But we don't need to dwell on it. We don't need to make it our centerpiece. So as we, Cheer Sport just wrapped up, we're getting ready to head into NCAA Dallas. We got, I think there's a GLCC coming up. There's a UCA. Obviously, we have like the US Finals, Summit. I really urge everyone to really be focused on what they are doing and make sure that you are giving your team everything that you can so that they can have the best end of season results possible. Like I said, it was a life-changing experience for me as a coach. I was like, wow, when I really quit caring about what was on down the street, my teams are thriving, and being able to apply that. And I had in the corporate world and your personal life, being able to focus on what you're doing and really figure out what is important and what is not important, I think you'll see a big difference. So as you guys are preparing for NCAA Dallas this week, as you guys are preparing for any of your upcoming major nationals or even small local competitions. Keep in mind that you are in control of what goes on inside your gym. Make sure that you're doing everything you can for your athletes. And with that said, that is a Tip Tuesday. We look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Have a great day.